With everything that's going on in the world right now, we're all having to use apps like Google Meet, Skype, and Zoom to stay in contact and also work from home. And one of the questions that I've had the most over the last few weeks is, how do I look better using these apps? So I'm going to show you how to do that using the ATEM Mini and the ATEM Mini Pro. And if you are an ATEM Mini Pro user, I'm also going to show you how to live stream, record, and use a video conferencing app like Zoom all at the same time. Before I get into the how-to section of this video, let me just take 30 seconds to explain why you might want to do it this way and use something like an ATEM Mini or an ATEM Mini Pro for your video calls. Firstly, and probably the reason you're watching this, better audio and video quality, because you're not stuck with the built-in webcam on your Mac or a crappy third-party webcam. You can use professional-grade DSLRs or mirrorless cameras as your video source and professional microphones like this one as your audio source. Secondly, the ATEM Mini has 4 HDMI inputs, which means you can have multiple cameras in your video call. This is great for people who are maybe giving tutorials, like a guitar teacher or something. You can have one camera showing a wide with the guitar and yourself, and then a close-up camera which you can switch to show your finger placement. And thirdly, everything that you can do with your ATEM Mini or your ATEM Mini Pro, you can take into your Zoom calls. So things like chroma keying, even lower thirds and graphics. You can basically create a show and then take that into Google Meet, Skype, Zoom, and many more. So those are just some of the advantages of using this type of setup. And actually the setup that I'm using right now is my Sony a6300 camera fed via the HDMI cable to my ATEM Mini Pro, which is then connected to my MacBook Pro via the USB-C cable and the webcam output on the back of the ATEM Mini Pro. Now it's important to say you have to use that webcam output for this setup. You can't do it over Ethernet because the Ethernet doesn't send the video data, it's just control data. So you have to send video data via the USB-C from your ATEM Mini or your ATEM Mini Pro to your Mac or PC. Once you've got that plugged in, it is all plug and play. So your PC or Mac will now see a new webcam device labeled Blackmagic Design or ATEM Mini, and you can just open up your video conferencing software and select the webcam there. So I'm going to open up Zoom now, and the first thing you're going to do is just hit this little icon in the top right hand corner of the screen here. It's your initials, and then hit Settings. And that'll bring up the settings tab. Go to video, and we've got a few things just to select here. So firstly, you can see my ATEM Mini Pro has actually popped up straight away. Now you might notice that you get 2 versions of your Blackmagic Design ATEM Mini or ATEM Mini Pro come up here, and that is just based on the frame rate. I have my ATEM Mini set to 50 frames at the moment, so I'm now getting the option to take into Zoom either the 50 frame version of the signal or the 25 frame. If you're in America and using 60 or 30 frames, that's what will be displayed here. So I prefer 50, so I'm going to stick with that. And then 2 other key options to remember to select here. Firstly, you want to make sure you've got 16:9 widescreen selected. And the most important one, just down here, make sure you enable HD. You'll be so surprised how many people spend all this money on a setup like this for video conferencing and then don't enable the HD option and complain why their video doesn't look so good. So that's key. Make sure you enable HD. The only other thing to do is just go into the audio tab and make sure that you have the correct audio device selected. So I'm using my MacBook right now, but I would actually select, again, Blackmagic Design, which is my ATEM Mini, and you can see I'm getting an audio feed fed in there as well. I can turn the volume up if I need to. And to show you that this is working now, I'm just going to start a call here. Drag it over so you guys can see it. And you can see there it's using my ATEM Mini Pro. There's the camera. I don't have any other sources plugged in, but I can just cut to black to show you that I can cut away to different things. The other cool thing that we could do, as I say, because we're using the ATEM Mini Pro as an input, if I fire up my ATEM software control here, I can bring on graphics. So I've just done a quick little lower third, and you can see if I just make this full screen, there we go. This is what my Zoom callers are seeing now. So I've just put a little lower third with my name and the local time up in the top left hand corner, and you can see you can start to do some really clever things with graphics for your conference calls as well. So that's the first part. The second part is a question I've been getting a lot by ATEM Mini Pro users, which is, can I do a video conference, live stream, and record all at the same time? And the answer to that is yes. Let me show you how. Let's tackle firstly the live streaming part, because that's probably the easiest, because we're going to use the internal live streaming encoder on the ATEM Mini Pro. So if I switch to the multi-view here, That's my ATEM Mini Pro multi-view. And I've already got in my ATEM software control a stream key loaded in to live stream onto YouTube. So I'm just going to press the on air button here. And you can see it starts streaming data from the ATEM Mini Pro to YouTube. And now if we go over to my YouTube live streaming, you can see we've got excellent connection, and in a second it will start to load the stream. There we go. So we're now getting a live stream into YouTube. That's the first part done. So next, recording. Now the easiest way I've found to do this is by using a free app called OBS. It's available for Mac and PC. I'm going to launch OBS here and run you through how to do this. So when you first download OBS, it will look something like this. I have a few profiles already set up, but I'm going to run you through the basics. So firstly, you want to go into settings. And the two main tabs that you're going to be interested in video and output. So we'll go to video first, and you're going to want to set your canvas size to 1080p, so 1920 by 1080 for both base resolution and output resolution. Then it's up to you what you want your frame rate as. I'm working here in the UK, so 50 frames for me is perfect, a nice clear image. And then just click apply in the bottom left hand corner. Now head over to the output tab, because we're not going to be streaming from OBS, we're going to be recording from OBS. Now your output tab may default to simple. If it does, just head over and click advanced, and then go to the recording tab up here. And this is where we're going to set up the recording settings. So first thing you're going to want to do is just select a recording path where you want that file to be saved. Make sure you've got MP4 set as the recording format. It's the easiest one to deal with. And X264 as the encoder should be fine for you as well. The key parts down here are the bitrate and the CPU usage preset. So leave it on CBR. I've set my bitrate to about 6,000. I'm using a brand new MacBook Pro 16-inch, so I know it'll be capable of that. If you are using an older computer or something that doesn't have quite as much oomph anymore, you might want to just drop this bitrate down a little bit. And the same with the CPU usage. The higher you choose here, so if you go for ultra fast, that will use less of your CPU. And what you're going to want to do, and I'll show you how to do this, is just monitor to see if you get any drop frames while you're recording. And if you do, just go back into these settings and tweak these, lower them a little bit to get your sort of perfect balance between quality and making sure you get no drop frames. So yeah, if you choose ultra fast, the quality isn't going to be as good, but it won't be as CPU intensive. So if you've got a great computer, very fast, faster or faster should be fine for you. Click OK there. We shouldn't need anything else. You should already have something in scene. So now we just need to add what we want in that scene. So we're going to add the video feed first. So click on the plus button down here and go to video capture device. And this is where we're going to select our ATEM Mini. So let's just call it ATEM Video. And now under here, we should see our Blackmagic Design ATEM Mini listed, which we do. I'm not going to use preset here. I'm going to set it up manually. So 1080p or 1920 by 1080 for the resolution and 50 frames per second for the frame rate. And if it doesn't fill the frame, don't worry. There's a keyboard shortcut that you can do for that. If you're on Mac, it's just Apple F or Command F. If you're on PC, it's Control F, or you can just right click and go down to transform and then fit to screen. So that's the video in, but now we need audio. So click the plus button again, go to audio input capture, ATEM audio, we'll call it. You can select any name for this. And again, we'll just choose the Blackmagic Design here as the audio device. And now you can see I'm getting levels in here as well. If I wanted to, I could just mute those levels here. Of course, I've got the mute availability as well on the ATEM Mini. So you could actually press the physical buttons to mute as well. Now, we're pretty much all set up and ready to record. But there is one caveat with this setup, which is a lot of apps like Zoom and things like that don't like to share their webcam. So they sort of lock other programs out from it. So that means what we're going to have to do is start the video call first in Zoom, then come back to OBS and hit record. Because if we try and do it the other way and start recording in OBS and then go to Zoom, we'll just have a black screen. It won't actually show the webcam feed. So I'm going to close OBS for a second here. And I'm going to start up a Zoom call. Again, just drag these over to this screen. So there's our Zoom call going perfectly fine as we saw before. We now want to start the recording. So I'm just going to fire up OBS again. And now you can see the webcam is being displayed both in Zoom and in OBS. So that's working fine. Now, before I start the recording, a little tip that I like to give people is go up here in OBS to View and then Stats. And what you're going to want to monitor here is when you click that record button, which I'll show you in a second, just make sure that these zeros here by render lag and encoding lag don't start to creep up, because that means it will start dropping frames and your video will miss frames. So if that does happen, that's when you go back into the settings and lower the bitrate or play around with the CPU usage preset. So I'm going to start recording here by clicking this start recording button. And we can see I'm not skipping any frames. Everything's perfectly fine. I am now in a Zoom call, which is this here, recording my input into that Zoom call using OBS at full 1080p quality. And if I bring the YouTube page back up, I'm still live streaming to YouTube as well. All three, like many people have been asking for. So now I'm just going to quickly end the Zoom call because we've said goodbye to everyone now. Can close Zoom. I'm going to stop the recording, and just to show you what this recording looked like and that it worked, I believe it's saved to my desktop. Let's go find it. So this is the full recording at 1080p 50 frames per second of what we were sending into Zoom, the same as what we were also streaming to YouTube. Now, it's not going to capture all your other Zoom participants or anything like that. It's just going to basically capture what you've got on your ATEM Mini Pro. If you want to capture Zoom participants, you can screen record Zoom, or I believe if you're a pro user of Zoom, you can also record using the Zoom recording feature. Both of those aren't going to give you as good a quality as what we've done here. So this is the best way to get top quality of your camera going into Zoom. I hope you found this video useful. If you did, please do give it a thumbs up. Also, if you're new here, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell, because I've got lots more videos coming out all around the ATEM Mini and the ATEM Mini Pro and graphics and things like that. Lots more videos still to come. And if you've made it to this point in the video, I want to say thank you to you. There is a Amazon gift card code hidden somewhere in this video. And so the first person that finds it and redeems it, let me know in the comments if it's you. But just a little thank you from me to you for watching these videos and making it all the way to the end. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you on the next one.